For BWYellowJackets.com, I'm Brennan Gulick as we preview the National Championship Outdoor Track and Field Meet with head coach Jordan Hill, whose Yellow Jackets have had just a terrific outdoor season to follow up a great fall and winter. Boy, what a fun year this has been for the track and field program, and we've got 6 kids competing at the National Championships this week. Just on the whole, first of all, I imagine that's a pretty proud thing for you to have so many kids going.
Yeah, it's something that we are very proud of. I think it just speaks very highly of our coaching staff that we have such a diverse group going. We have 2 throwers, 2 distance runners, 2 sprinters going, and I'm just really proud of our coaching staff for getting our athletes to this point and competing at such a high level.
Well, not only getting qualified for the meet, but some of them haven't really even been close to the qualifying mark. For example, Jordan Leverett, he's pretty much been the fastest guy in the country this year in the 100 and the 200. Zach Dysert, he at the time he threw it was the #1 hammer throw mark in the country. I mean, we're talking about guys that and girls that have not just squeaked in but excelled on their way in. So let's start with Jordan and with Zach and your expectations for them this weekend.
Yeah, the cool thing, about Jordan's season is, I think back to, early January. Him and I sat down and went through his goals for the season. He wrote down a list of his goals, and at the top of his list, he wanted to make sure that he graduated this year. He wanted to stay healthy. He wanted to win conference titles. And so as we've gone through this outdoor season, we've just been kind of checking them off one by one. So I'm very proud of him and everything that he's accomplished to this point. And there's one more goal on his list, so we're hoping that we accomplish that this weekend.
It'll be cool to see him bring home some hardware for sure. And he's going to run in 2 different events. The 2 fun sprint events, the 100 and the 200, a lot of people judge as the fastest guys in the country. In the 200, he's already broken the school record. In the 100, depending on how you look at it, he's right there with Harrison Dillard, nip and tuck.
And the cool thing about that is the FAT records that he broke were previously held by Kevin Johnson, who, if you remember back in 2014, he set those records on his way to winning both national titles in the 100 and the 200. So
it's pretty cool that both Kevin Johnson and Jordan are local guys too. It really speaks well to what your program's been able to do with local kids. We've talked a lot about Zach over time because he's earned a lot of that praise, but as he gets ready for the national meet this weekend, can you take me inside where his head and his expectations are?
Yeah, Zach has been incredible this entire outdoor season, and he's won 7 consecutive meets in the hammer. And if you look, his top 5 throws this season would all rank him top 5 in the country. So he's consistent, he's throwing incredibly far, so we're really proud of the progress that he's made. And as long as he remembers to just stay true to himself and just do everything that has gotten him to this point, then he's going to do amazing things this weekend.
I feel like before we go any further, I should reference the fact that the national meet is essentially in our own backyard here. It's about an hour away at the SPIRE Institute out in Geneva. So if there are local Yellow Jacket fans that want to go and support the team, they are more than welcome to do so. SPIRE is a very cool facility. It is. It's not the first time they've hosted the national championship. They did it a couple years ago, and they will host many more. So it's a fan-friendly facility. If you want to go out and support the team, I know they'd love that. On the ladies' side, you've got 4 young women that are competing. Let's start with Kelly Brennan. She's a couple-time All-American. She'll run in the 800 again.
Yeah, it's great to see her, take on this outdoor season. I think she has a lot of experience going into this outdoor national meet. This will be her 3rd national meet as an individual. So I think her experience and her confidence are really going to play in her favor going into this weekend.
The other young lady who had a pretty comfortable spot was Brooke Buchanan, who qualified for the hammer throw. Brooke just missed the indoor national meet. So what was the process like for her to try to qualify for the outdoor meet?
So for Brooke, it's just all about her confidence. I mean, we always knew that she had the talent, she had the ability. She's just so strong. When she throws the hammer, the ball just looks really light. So it's just a matter of her being confident in herself and her training and her ability. So I think she's finally found that this outdoor season. So if she can just, be relaxed and calm and do her thing this weekend, she'll be great.
Got a couple of other first-timers at the national meet, including Alyssa, who qualified last week in the steeplechase at the Last Chance meet. I have to imagine that was a pretty cool moment for her.
Yeah, and with Alyssa, she is maybe one of the toughest young women I know. She's only run a full 3K steeplechase, I think, 3 times now. So
wow.
that's really exciting for her because the first full 3K steeplechase was at the outdoor conference meet. She took second place, and then the second time she ran national qualifying times when she ran 10:55. So it's really exciting to know that she has a really high ceiling that we haven't seen her get close to yet. So I think, she's a competitor, so she's just going to get out there and race, and she's going to be incredible as well.
Well, speaking of high ceilings, you've got a freshman who is pretty darn impressive in the 100 hurdles. Amanda Milo, the fastest freshman in the country. How has she measured up to the expectations that maybe you had for her coming into this freshman year?
So we had high goals from the very beginning with her just because we saw a lot of talent with her, and she won indoor conference in the 60 hurdles. She was a little frustrated with her outdoor season up to this point because she took third at All-Ohio, third at conference. But what you have to remember about the OAC is that we are incredibly deep in the women's 100 hurdles, and there's really 5 girls that have the potential to win conference and even make it into the national meet. I think we have 3 ladies from the OAC in the 100 hurdles. So I remind her that every time she races them, it's like a pre-national meet for her. So she has really great experience racing top quality athletes. So I think that she is a strong competitor. So as long as she doesn't, get too worked up about the experience of being at her first national meet, she is going to do great.
I think that's a really great way to look at it when you're constantly running against some of the fastest competitors in the country. It puts you in a great frame of mind for this time of year. Mm-hmm. This is the time of year that everybody trains for, and so when you get ready and you kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel of not, gee, I hope we get there, but hey, we're finally going to qualify. We've got kids that are going. Can you tell me just about the excitement level and the morale of the team in general? Even maybe some of the members that didn't qualify, but might be around to support the other kids this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I think the fact that you mentioned, Nationals is over in Geneva, so it's so close to home. Thursday night when we were at the last chance meet and Jordan was breaking the school records on the 100, 200, and Amanda ran her time, and, Kelly dominated over at North Central. We are getting a lot of messages from the team. A lot of them have gone back home for the summer, but I know a lot of them are planning on making the trip back to Geneva to be there and support their teammates. So, I think that's something that works into our favor as a team and as a program for our kids that are competing. Just knowing that they have this family of the track team, here supporting them, whether they're going to be at home watching the meet or actually there in Geneva with us. And the entire BW community is going to be behind us, supporting us too. So we're really, really lucky to have that.
Can't wait to see how things go. The live video broadcast will be available on ncaa.com. And they will cover all of the track events and as many of the field events as they can, just given the nature of where the events are laid out. But they do the best they can to cover everything, and so we will certainly be following the Yellow Jackets as closely as possible. Good luck.
Thank you.